I'm an extremely curious person. My need to know burns like a passion, so much so that I sometimes lose the need to eat or sleep. I enjoy learning and absorbing knowledge about almost any subject. Information and intelligence are a means to helping a fellow man and to help make this a better society. That should be our goal.
While most people lay fast asleep, they dream of greatness and glory. When Rabbi Elimelech Firer finally gets some rest, he simply sleeps. For him, sleep becomes a privilege that is gained through hard work, and with so much to do, it is a privilege seldom enjoyed. As for dreams, he has no need for them. He's no dreamer, he's a doer. The Ezra LeMarpeh Organization is the life's work of one remarkable man. Though he modestly refers to it as a little organization, Ezra LeMarpeh takes care of some 150,000 patients annually, whether Jew or Gentile, opening its doors to people of every race and religious creed. Rabbi Firer and the volunteers of this organization are on call 24 hours a day, even if this means having to spend more time and resources in order to raise tens of millions of shekels annually.
In my case, I can tell you that it was only much later that I found out that it was Rabbi Firer who had personally made all of the arrangements for me to be flown abroad for treatment. He spoke to the doctors, the specialists. Everywhere I went, people were praising him for his work. I find it hard to believe that there are others like him who know so much and are so devoted to what they do. I highly doubt it.
Most people don't make the connection between the person, Rabbi Firer, and the Ezra LeMarpeh Organization. They assume these are two different entities. People visit Rabbi Firer seeking medical advice and referrals to other doctors. Yet many times, when action is needed, Ezra LeMarpeh functions as the executive means by which to carry out the necessary tasks for all those in need and who seek Rabbi Firer's help.
Here at the center, we provide intense physiotherapy for prolonged courses of treatment. In addition to occupational therapy, speech and communication therapy, and art therapy. Rabbi Firer provides this treatment completely free of charge.
At times, some individuals within the medical community have expressed their skepticism to Rabbi Firer's intentions. But in the medical field, the only thing that should count is the patient's well-being. The facts speak for themselves. And so do doctors.
It's mind-boggling. Here is a man with whom I'm discussing the latest research in radiology, findings that are so recent, I seriously doubt that any of my staff are even acquainted with it.
Hi. You're welcome. How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
How was the day? You had a
Busy,
busy?
a little tiring. Thank you. The first operation was very straightforward and the patient as well. The second operation was difficult, but I think we've reached our goal. I have Israeli friends, colleagues, and I called them and they said, oh, this is very important. He helps everybody, whether it is somebody who has no money or the Prime Minister of Israel. They all go to Rabbi Firer. He has enormous medical knowledge, enormous detailed knowledge, much more so on cardiac surgery, for instance, than many of my colleagues. Number two, and this really has been the most impressive thing, the effort, the energy that he puts into such a simple, altruistic thing as helping people, helping those who are in need.
The mother of one of the patients wanted to know if she could ask you a question. Is that all right? Yeah, I think we can manage that. We'll just have to make it very quick, okay?
Sometimes patients or relatives can't believe their luck running into Rabbi Firer while waiting in the ward. Sometimes the doctor himself will become the matchmaker. Rabbi Firer may claim that this is only a little organization, but this organization does a great deal. It's what happens when people who truly care about others come together.
You are so beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. like a dream. You everything I hope for. You everything I need. You are so beautiful.
Ezra LeMarpeh doesn't just manage daycare centers for children with special needs, nor does it just provide a lending service for medical equipment or any other medical and care services we may take for granted, such as ambulances, rehabilitation centers and services, professional consultancy, and so many other little things that would have cost thousands of shekels, yet are provided for free. Ezra LeMarpeh reaches out to any and all who seek help, even to care for healthy children whose parents are too sick to look after them. Here they are given the warmth and attention and a healthy growth environment every child needs. And it only costs a smile. And to make sure that this smile is perfect, Ezra LeMarpeh is providing children with all necessary dental work. This too is free, as is the transportation of patients overseas, even for those cases that were thought too complicated, even dangerous and impossible to move.
Rabbi Firer comes into the hospital, looks at the MRI, and makes a diagnosis. And it's amazing. He's not looking at the literature. He's not researching online for the latest articles. He's already done that. He puts the MRI scan down. He says this is what the patient has, and we need to fly him to Phoenix, Arizona, where they specialize in this kind of surgery.
True. It isn't easy to get to Rabbi Firer for a consultancy, and people will go to profound lengths just to ask his opinion on a matter. However, Rabbi Firer receives hundreds of patients and phone calls, and he is but a humble man from Bnei Brak, just one simple man who refuses to rest until he is certain he has given a patient the best advice available, dealing with each and everyone's problem as if it was his own.
A society that does not look after its own will not survive. Nobody is perfect. We each make up for where the other lacks. Otherwise, we will all die, each for our individual inefficiency. This is also where the religious aspect comes in. This is where the devotion and commitment nurtures itself. I feel that it is sacred work.
Sometimes it is necessary to consult with leading specialists abroad. Rabbi Firer arranges for video conferences. Worldwide specialists consider it an honor to be invited by Rabbi Firer as a consultant.
San Diego's 24-hour news station.
Yesterday, a little Israeli baby was legally blind. Today, that baby can see, thanks to an operation invented and performed by the chairman of the Shiley Eye Institute in La Jolla. Dr. Stuart Brown performed a cornea transplant on the 5-week-old girl just 1 week after he learned about her problem.
This man called me a week ago, and I didn't know where he was calling from. And he, introduced himself. He's Rabbi so-and-so, and told me about this baby, what the baby had, and essentially ordered me to do the operation. And I said, well, in order for me to do it, I have to have the baby here, like 48 hours.
Dr. Brown expects the girl to make a full recovery.
And there are those who need help above all others. Ezra LeMarpeh's Métiv Center cares for children with cancer, not only by providing medication and medical equipment, but also by little comforts like lending computers or videos, helping them to take an interest in other things, and of course arranging trips like this one to Arosa in Switzerland.
My little girl's name is Dana. She has just had a bone marrow transplant to help fight her relapse of leukemia. At home, we spend all day dealing with her medication, the radiation, the chemotherapy, and for her, this is like a dream. It's a chance to escape it all, and you can see she's smiling again.
When a child becomes sick, it affects the entire family. When a child is diagnosed with cancer, the pain a family must go through is immeasurable. And the cost, in case there's still one wondering, is indeed dear, and everything's free. For these children deserve a childhood too, after having to grow up far too quickly, having to cope with a disease even adults find hard to deal with. They, more than any other, need to be shown warmth and kindness. to be given the opportunity to let go and have fun every once in a while, to be a kid. Because for some of them, that is all they will ever get to be.
You are so